Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Cozy Christopher. Now we haven't done one of these in a while, but obviously this is big enough news to jump back into monitors both feet. Now Doe is releasing a 32-inch glossy 240 Hz 4K OLED monitor. Now first of all, wow on the specs, right? And so I want to cover two things. First, let's just cover the monitor because the specs on the monitor is freaking crazy. Fantastic. Like, let's talk about that. And then two, let's talk about their brand, awareness of their brand, and then what they're doing, or it looks like what they're doing on their website to try to improve that brand. So here we are. I got it pulled up, right? It's a 32-inch OLED monitor. Again, it's under the title Spectrum Black, right? That's their OLED variant because they have the Spectrum, which is just a 4K regular 1440p glossy or non-glossy monitor, but their Spectrum Black is their OLED monitors. Now your 27-inch is not 4K, it's 1440p, but your 32-inch is a 4K 240 Hz. So that's the one we're going to focus on because we already talked about the 27-inch. Most of these specs in here are going to be standard across a high-end monitor. So I mean, we're not getting anything like super crazy right here. Just the biggest thing for this is that it's a 4K 32-inch 240 Hz monitor and it's OLED with a glossy screen. The glossy screen is what's going to separate this from all other monitors out there outside of a TV. And then moving over here, you got your KVM button, KVM switch, which is big, right? So if you use multiple PC system for streaming and different things like that, right, you got a KVM switch built into it, and so that's really big. 3-year limited warranty. I don't know if that's okay. Here we are, 2-year burn-in warranty there. So 2-year burn-in warranty, which is major for 32 inches. They're starting to do live looks, right? They did a live look from the office and things like that you can go and look at. But let's move over to kind of some of the things that's happening with the Spectrum Black, right? So, or let's discuss, let's get into it this way. Let's discuss their reputation. So their reputation is to not provide the devices that you have purchased via the pre-order process, right? And so they've kind of gone through different stages of that. And what I mean by that is when they were first out as the company Eve, there was a lot of folks that said they never got their devices, and on top of that, they were never able to get their money back, right? Or return money or return, etc., etc. And so it seems that under Doe, they've had a much better situation as far as being a much better result of getting out the goods to those that have ordered. However, there are still folks that said, prior to the name change, if Eve and what have you, they still were not able to get their devices and have not been able to get refunds and different things like that. And it's a crapshoot because one of the realities of a pre-order on a Kickstarter or anything like that is that the goods are not guaranteed, right? There's on the Kickstarter page, there's even a thing that says, goods, the rewards are not guaranteed, right? And so you have to take that up with the company. So crowdfunding, right? What is crowdfunding? Crowdfunding is where you utilize investment in order to produce your products by funding from the crowd, right? Just keep it simple. Let's keep it super simple. And that's a way that a lot of companies, especially tech-heavy companies, are doing it. And so the reality of them are that they do make really good products. Now, they've sent products to reviewers, Linus and Random Frank P and some other folks have reviewed some of these monitors, and they've made really good products that people have received them, and they've been great. Now, where it seems they falter is kind of on the operation side of things, the business side of things. So you got a bunch of very smart, intelligent, technically savvy developers and designers that can build amazing products, and it seems like on the back end, they've had some issues with operations and logistics and timelines and different things like that. And so let's get into kind of some of the things that they're doing, because I thought this was interesting. I thought this was super interesting that you can find this on their page. Now, if you go to their page and you go to news, you can scroll down and they have this article, Spectrum Black, introducing interactive project development timeline. Now, this is two things. First one is that things have gotten so bad in regards to public opinion that they have to publicize their timeline, project management. That's not normal. Like a company usually is not going to publicize their project management or development lifecycle, right? Anyway, so what they've done is given the public the ability now to see where they are in the development life cycle of their project. And this is pretty eye-opening, right? And so now instead of reaching out to the Facebook group and sending emails and, you know, jumping on Reddits and stuff like that, you can actually see where they are. And so if we look at August 2023, around the 13th, this is kind of where we are right now. They're at packaging phase 2, standing combined. Packaging phase 3, print, right? What the print is going to look like on the packaging and different things like that. That's next week, right? Moving into the 27th, they're going to be moving to durability and reliability testing of the devices, right? Moving from there, second hard tooling and packaging phase. LG display system matching and VESA display HDR True Black certification. That's where they put the rubber to the road, right? And they go get the displays certified for the claims that they're making. And so this is something new that you did, and this is something you usually don't see. And again, I think this is one of two things. It's them wanting to be transparent with the community of where they are in the development of this product, because it is heavily crowdfunded and things like this. It's kind of cool that you can kind of see this now. I'm paying my money up front to help invest and help you build these things. That makes me a stakeholder. Now you're taking me along for the journey. Mass production assembly is the end of September. Post-production testing is the beginning of October, right? And that's kind of like the first time that we should be looking to see, hey, are things on track from when I put in my pre-order and things like that. Now, coincidentally, the pre-order started this week, and I think it was the first 200 units, according to the early email for being a subscriber, went on sale for $6.99 an hour before the regular open to the public. So 200 early pre-order, and then and that's probably going to be the first batch of deliveries, the way that they, you know, who knows. And then after that, it opened up to the public for the rest of the folks. And so now, I mean, you have the full calendar here to kind of tell, like, when is this thing coming out? That's that, right? And so I leave this discussion a little bit of a ramble because it's not a linear conversation to have, because there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of decisions for you, the consumer, to make. Do you trust them? Are you going to buy this? Are you going to put your $6.99 in a blender and see what happens? I am excited that there's a 32-inch glossy monitor OLED on the market. I'm glad that we're starting to get up there in size and design and glossy, because that flat stuff doesn't do it for an OLED. That's defeating the purpose of an OLED, right? And so glossy is the way to go. And so let's hope that Doe delivers on this thing. Let me know your thoughts. As always, stay cozy in that crazy world. And I know this is one of those things where the video is just a start to the conversation. So let's chat in the boxes below. Subscribe for more information, and we'll see what's happening over the next couple months if they're going to release this thing on time. So as always, stay cozy in that crazy world, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.